So let's say you're chief marketing officer of, say, an enterprise software company, for example. What would you do? What would be some of the first steps and priorities that you do to establish this following?
Well, take for example some of the companies that provide free software and then have an upgrade path. So that's an interesting model. Salesforce.com comes to mind as a company that's done that. Or how about completely changing a model? So, for example, a company called Rue La La, they do women's fashion. But instead of having a humongous storefront with a whole bunch of different things that you can buy, they put one thing on sale a day. And it goes on sale in the morning. And it's the window of opportunity to buy that thing is only open for a short period of time. You have to be a member to join. So what they did, the Grateful Dead started the band on a new business model. When they started, you know, there were country bands and rock bands and blues bands and jazz bands. They combined all of those elements. So they created their own category of products, or of a band, just like this company, Rue La La, created a brand new category of women's fashion retailer where there's only one product for sale each day, you have to be a member, and it's a huge business, does tons of business, millions of dollars worth of sales.
So what are some of the techniques that they use in social media to sort of get the word out about their one item per day on sale?
Well, in their case, it's a membership model. So you have to be nominated by another member in order to join. Really interesting, sort of an exclusivity kind of model.
Kind of like Google Wave.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what, the Grateful Dead was a little bit like that. You know, it was a little bit exclusive to be part of the club of people who followed the band from city to city. And so creating that mystique, creating the kind of, hey, if you're in the club, you're out having this great time. If you're not, well, you might be missing something.
So in social media, do you have any recommendations regarding specific vehicles? There's Twitter, Facebook, there's blogging.
All of the above, or choices of the above. I mean, it's really not so much about the tools. I look at those different types of social media as tools. What it's more about is understanding who you're trying to reach really well, and then creating the sort of information that's going to be valuable for them, and not something for your own ego. What I see again and again are companies that just, they stroke their ego by creating something that's for them, rather than something that's for their fans. Again, bringing back to the Dead, they created music, yes, but it was for themselves and for the fans. And what I mean by that is the Grateful Dead concert was a celebration that everybody was a part of. The fans were as important a part of the show as the band was. So again, for social media, it means, you know, don't just pitch your product, don't just talk about yourself, don't just think about what's important to you, but rather think about what's important for the people that you're trying to reach, your customers, your potential customers.
Please join us for part 3, where we discuss effective ways in which companies are using video to build followings.